What up, folks? It's Alex here, and yes, MagicSubtitles Lite is finally here. So MagicSubtitles Lite is a subtitle generation animation kind of tool for the free version of DaVinci Resolve 20. It's available now. It's $20. There is also a free version which you can download. It's not a full free version. You can use it forever. You can play with it. You can figure out the workflow, and if you like it, then you might consider upgrading to the full version of Lite. Now, you do need to be on at least DaVinci Resolve 20 to make use of this, and unfortunately, it doesn't run on the iPad version, and it also doesn't run on the App Store version. Don't know if you know. I didn't know, but the App Store version can't run scripts at all. It's an Apple thing. They lock it down. Yeah, there you go. Didn't know that. I do now. So, let me show you what MagicSubtitle Lite can do. Remember how to use OBS. Here we go. So once you've downloaded it, you'll end up with this folder. It's a zip file, so you need to just unzip the zip, and you'll end up with a MagicSubtitles Lite DRFX, and then a folder full of fonts. Because we are doing kind of titles and stuff, there's no point making fancy titles if there's no fonts. So I've included all of these fonts for you. There's 30 different fonts in this folder. So before you actually install, just grab all of these. If you're on Windows, you just highlight them all, right-click, and then there is an option to install. If you're on Mac, I believe you just have to drag them into your font book, and you'll be good to go. Then you've got this MagicSubtitles Lite DRFX. Just double-click that. DaVinci Resolve will open if it's not already open, or it'll prompt you like this and say, hello, do you want to install? Yes, we do. And then once we've clicked install, we're good to go. So if we open up titles, we go to Magic Toolkit, we've got MagicSubtitles Lite. And there's exactly, I think, 33 different presets within here. So all of the presets are identical to the presets that you get within the full studio version. So we've got like a blue sky, we've got a cartoon, we've got Joker, Peter Pan, the A-Team, Torchlight. There's loads of them within here. Pretty much all of them are word-for-word animations, so they show you word for word. There is also a double-line version and a simple single-line version. The single-line version is what you get in the free version, which I will kind of give you a demonstration of in a second. Now, it's really important to establish what MagicSubtitles Lite is. It's an animation engine. It's not a transcription thing. So it won't actually generate the words for you because there's no transcriptions built into DaVinci Resolve, so we can't, well, the free version, so we can't use those. I can't kind of grab Whisper and put it away, put it with you to have a transcription engine because then that just adds a whole loads of stuff. So if you want to transcribe stuff, you can use a third-party one. There's loads of them. I've got one installed, which I can never remember what it's called, but I'll show you how to use that in a second. It's called Vibe. But before we do, let me show you the general gist of what this thing does. Just wanted to make it clear. It does the animation stuff for you. It won't necessarily make the words. Do words not? It does. Right? So let's start off with a nice simple one called bordered. Let's get rid of this. So we can put bordered on here. Let's make it shorter actually. Now you can put any of these on here. You give them a clip, give them a click, open up the inspector, and you'll see a load of stuff going on in here. We're going to start off with this manual mode. And what this does, let's say, hello. You do line breaks here. How are you today? We are talking about MagicSubtitles Lite. Yippee. Let's go. And then you've got two options. You've got a dump all or individual. I'll show you what these do. Well, individually. So if we dump all, boom, it's going to create subtitles. Let's make this bigger so you can see. It won't match the words. So. But as you can see, it's created all of our lines that we wrote as lines, and then it's giving us word-for-word animations. Yippee! Let's go. So if you just really quickly want to create these animated subtitles, you can just type the words in just like this. Now, I'm going to cheat in a second. I don't need to. I've got it saved. This is the script for this actual video. What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I hope you're all well. So what we're going to do is going to copy all of this. Make that the full length, which it is. And let's just reset this. I can paste this whole script in this box. And we've got what's going on, folks. It's Alex here. We want to go through and do any of our line breaks. In DaVinci Resolve 20, that's line break there. Yep, they added the functionality. So we're going to just go through. Do this relatively quick. Because obviously we're on the free version, this is the sort of thing you won't have to do yourself unless you do a transcription, which I'll show you how to do in a second. But you go through and you just basically make these look however you want them. You know, you just get them looking however you like. We're going to go with that. Once you're happy, once again, we can click Dump All. And that just dumps all of those lines as individual subs. You can also use these little buttons here to go through all of them so you can see them all. And now if we play, this should somewhat line up. Remember, we've given this 0 timing. What this is doing is because we've given it the script, we know that it starts here and it ends here because we've put it on the right thing. Then my little word engine is trying to figure out roughly where everything goes. And actually, that's worked out really quite well. Now, all of this is a text plus, right, which is really, really cool. So you can come along, you can change the fonts. You just change them to whatever you like. You can come along and change the layout. So it's in a text box at the minute. We can change it to be whatever. We can do transforms, so we can change all the different things. We can change all of the shading, and each of these have got their own style stuff. So obviously the spoken word at the minute is red. If we wanted the spoken word to be blue, we just change it. And then we can change the border, change the color of the border. All of them have got loads of different controls. We can make the spoken word kind of do this instead, do all the different things that you need to do. So it's really, really cool. Now, what we've done here, as mentioned, is we've dumped the script in, and then it's just done it basically off the start and the end. So it might not be perfect. We also needed way more line breaks there. So let's just restart this, add some more line breaks. Then there's this other version, which I only made today. I've been making more stuff for it, and I made this today. It's really good. Pleased with this. Might break. Hopefully it doesn't. Right, so rather than dump all, which just dumps all of these lines that you've created in one big go, you can hit this individual. And what that's going to do is take your very first line and just put the first line on the timeline and give you this little marker so you know it's happened. What's going on, folks? What's going on, folks? And then we can do this in real time. So my first line is what's going on, folks, and then it's Alex here. So we're going to hit play. What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I'll put my playhead where I say it's Alex here, which is the next line, and then we end the current chunk. And then it's going to start the next one. So the next one is I hope you are well. I hope you are well. Next one here. What's the next one? In DaVinci Resolve Studio 20. Next one. They added the functionality to kind of, yeah, find the silent portions in the on your timeline. Where are we now? But it didn't quite work. So you get the idea with this. We can just come down and build them in real time. It didn't quite do what everyone wanted. What? Everyone wanted it to do. In DaVinci Resolve 20.2, there is now a proper way to ripple delete the silent portions on a clip. We might as well do all this. I can show you all in real time. This means once you've started a project, you can dump your clip on the timeline. Oh. On the timeline, and immediately get rid of all of the silent portions.
which just saves you a bunch of time. And I immediately thought this was only available within the studio version, but it's not. Here to let you know, it is available in both the free and the studio versions of DaVinci Resolve
20.2.
So, let's open up the free version.
There you go. So we've done almost a minute. So that was about the same as a short, right? And now if we hit play.
What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I hope you are well. In DaVinci Resolve Studio 20, they added the functionality to kind of find the silent portions in the Fairlight page on your timeline, but it didn't quite do what everyone wanted it to do. In DaVinci
That's pretty good, right? Come on. That's pretty good. It's pretty close. It might not be perfect. It's never going to be as perfect as a proper transcription, but it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Let me know what you think. I think that's pretty neat. But there's more. There is more. So once you've done that, you can then come along and by doing this, we've created timing. So then you can't come in and amend this box like you could before. It now says update line breaks instead. So then you need to, if you want to do any additional line breaks, you have to do a line break and then you hit update line breaks and it will change. I'm not going to do that for now because we'll keep it nice and simple. Down here, this will take you to all the different chunks. If you want to change words, you can. You just now do it within this box. So it seems like a really simple thing to do of just like, I want to change the spelling of a word or I want to add words. But we've got timing now, so it's not as easy. So you do need to push a button to do it and you need to do them kind of individually. But if functionality was spelt wrong or something else, poop, because I'm mature, right? You just change the word, you hit apply changes, it will change it within here, and as you can see, it's changed it within here, and it's changed it within here. We won't actually change it within the markers, but I'll come back to that in a second. If you wanted to add a word, poop de boop, you do that, and there you go. Now, what's happening here is this marker and this marker, they're staying in the same place, but now we just have more words. So this will whip through faster because we've added 2 additional words. But everything else will stay in time. Now, the speech, I've added a speech preset. So this took me days. You can barely tell a difference. Is the truth. Yeah. Took me ages. There's so much in the background to make this work, and it does bugger all. But it does it. So default is kind of based on my cadence. But if you click this, you've got casual, educational, dramatic, fast, sports, and comedy. Now, the reason it doesn't do as much as you think it does is because the start and the end of that sentence are rigid. They can't move because then it messes up your timeline. The timing of your subtitles, right? So they have to stay as they are. But what you can do is basically change the acceleration curve within those timings. But it just doesn't have as massive effect, really. If we hit play on this section here of the silent portions in the... If we went for something like fast, you won't really see much of a difference. It's most noticeable when you've got commas and full stops. Because the thing we're really affecting the most, honestly, is the gaps. So I don't really have many. Oh, there you go. So let's open up the free version. So if we do default, it's kind of quite linear, like dum ba dum ba dum. Oh, it's my face. Start again. So let's open up the free version. If we change this to fast, it is not that much of a difference, but you can play with them. Now, what's really cool about this, before we get into some of the additional stuff, is we've made line breaks. So we've dictated where our lines are. What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I hope you are well in DaVinci Resolve. So that's kind of the default when you're doing this because it just makes sense. You can control everything. You put it in here, and then you figure out how, the order, you figure out everything that you want. But what you can then do, once you've done all the timing, you can then switch to this auto break mode. So here's line break, here's auto break. Auto break mode allows you to just dictate the words per sub. So once you've done the timing, you have to do the timing first. Then we can switch to auto and we can say, actually, only want 3 words per subtitle. It's going to trim down, so we only get 3 words per subtitle. And if we hit play, we only get 3. But the really important thing is it doesn't mess with our timing. This marker here is where in DaVinci Resolve Studio 20 starts. So the first word we should see at exactly this point is in. Exactly that point. So what we're doing is we're not shifting the timing, the timing is staying the same, we're just grouping it a little bit different. And the cool thing with this, there's more options. So you've got words per sub, you can pause at gaps, so you can say if I take a breath that's longer than 0.03 seconds, consider that, excuse me, a new subtitle. So then we get tons of them. We can also break at punctuation. So if we always want to break at full stops, so you can see here 20.2, always break, 20.2 is now the end of a sentence. So we can always break at the end of sentences, and you can do that automatically with a single click. You can also remove any punctuation that you don't want, just like so. Now you can also toggle on something called write on. So let's give these a bit more in here. This at the moment is going like donk, donk, donk. All the words are highlighting. If we go right on, we go, what's going on, folks? It's Alex here. So you can customize that as you like. That is the manual workflow. There's loads more to show you. Yeah, but that's the manual bit. So that's how you can take, whether you've just typed stuff in, because you just want to go do, type, or you've got a script or whatever, you've written a script, you can dump the script in, and then you can mark it out as you go. But there are other ways to do things. I went a bit crazy with this. You can understand now why I've been locked in a shed. So, end scene. So we've made these markers, right? So we've gone through and we did these markers. This is what was our original timing. Now what we can do, in auto break mode, let's go with 5 lines per sub, and let's always break at the end of punctuation. There's a button here called Export Markers. If I hit that, it's wiped all the markers and it's just laid out new markers off our new chunking, as I like to call it. So let's knock this down to like 1 and then export markers. Meow. There's loads of them. They're super close together because we're getting 1 word per marker. Let's put this up to about 4. Export markers. Meow. There you go. Now the cool thing with this, I can delete this. Doosh. And we have these. Now what we can do, if we wanted to, is tweak these. It's Alex here. Starts exactly there. That one maybe is a bit early, a bit late or whatever. So you can tweak these. You can also open them up and change the words. I poop of a man. I don't know. Did I just delete? I might have just deleted that. No. Maybe, I don't know. Can't remember. Don't know what I did. But I think I deleted it. Anyway, we go to effects, right? Let's grab a completely different one. Let's go with something like cartoon, because I like cartoon. Let's do the same thing. Stretch this out like so. Get rid of all this. These 3 buttons at the very top, manual, SRT, markers, these are your ingests. These are your outgests. These are your exports. So in at the top, out at the bottom. So manual is the mode we were just on where you type stuff in here. Markers, skadoosh, will just ingest or eat the markers on your timeline, right? So we laid out those markers before. We can delete that and do another one. I can go for this section here. We'll use this one, markers. Just got that bit. For the next one, markers. Now it's the next bit. Now we've got this.
Folks, it's Alex here. I hope you are well. In DaVinci Resolve Studio 20, they added the functionality to kind of find the silent.
Oh, it was there. Poop of a man.
Find the silent portions in the Fairlight page.
Right? Because we're ingesting these markers, which is really cool. There is something else which I haven't shown you, which is worth showing you. Let's find a gap. So this one here, let's put the story time on. Ingest that. This marker is of DaVinci Resolve 20.2. But the timing's just a bit off, right? Because this line of DaVinci Resolve 20.2 actually ends here, and then we've got a bit of a gap, and the next line starts here. So what you can do another marker on your timeline with no notes. Boosh. And that tells my system that I want the previous sentence to end here. So now if we were to go markers, 20.2 ends a bit earlier, so the timing should be better. Needs to go a bit further. Let's bring that right in. Markers. There you go. And there you go. So you can use these markers kind of as your workflow to build whatever you like. So you can build it once using your manual mode, and then you can dump out your markers, and off you go. So let's grab, don't know, what's everyone fancy? Subhub. Which, yes, is a rude reference. Markers. Hum num 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 num. We've got the markers in. That will come in once again as the markers suggested. But if we go to auto break, once again, we can then go change all of these. Let's go back to, no, let's do auto break. Let's go with 3 words per sub. So we've got 3 in here, just like this. I need a drink. Am I making sense? Not sponsored. You're going to like this. Buckle up, ladies and gents, because you're in for a wild ride. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So, what you want to do is put a, you can do any of these. Let's grab, I don't know why I deleted that. Grab any of these. Any ones you like, right? And then you need to import something. So you could do manual, just do something so that it's working. That will do. Don't care. Dump all. Yada, yada, yada. Then you want to tweak it. So let's say I want a different font. And I'm working with a brand and they don't like this orange. So they want sort of a greenish. Whatever. You tweak it as you like. Then what you want to do is put this in your media pool. So you build a little template and then drop it into your media pool. Why would we do this, MrAlexTech? Well, let's grab Subhub. Put this out on our timeline. Ingest the markers. Cool. We're happy with this. Make any tweaks. I'm going to go to auto mode and we're going to go with, I don't know, 5 lines per sub. And then let's break at punctuation. Sweet. I'm happy with that. There's a button called Export Chunks. Are you buckled in? If I export chunks, we get individual text pluses. And if you have a look, let's just do the markers as well. They completely perfectly line up with the markers. Each one of these contains 1 subtitle line. What's going on, folks?
It's Alex here. I hope you are well. In DaVinci Resolve Studio 20, they added the functionality to kind of...
So then rather than having to deal with it in one, you can have them pooped out onto your timeline. Which also then means you can tweak the timing even more, and it's nice and visual because you're literally just going, it's. Now, if you do move these, you need to refresh the timing of each, right? So you click on this one and go refresh timing. This one, refresh timing. Don't worry, I know that's a chore. I've thought of that too. So let's move this one a few frames. Hope you are well. I actually don't want there. Let's move that back a bit. move these. So you go through, let's just mess these up a bit so they're actually going to be worse. But you go through and you can tweak all of these. Now, what you'd have to do is go and just refresh the timing, but you don't. Once you've done that, tweak it, go back to your main one and you hit the button again, and if all of these exist above, what it'll actually do is just go through every single one and refresh the timing. So there you go. You go through, you do all of that, you've built up manual keyframes. No, you haven't. Subtitles. You can delete sections, you can do whatever you like. If you don't like them all, get rid of them all. Go back to this. This is still here. Tweak it. Export. So you have to have a template in your media pool that matches the name of this main one down here. That's kind of the key thing, right? So to actually allow this to work, that's what you need to do. And that's what you need to do. So that's the manual mode. That's the manual mode and the marker mode. Just if anyone wants to do it, if you are building up manually, if you prefer, you can just do markers yourself. So if you add a marker and then open it and go, hey folks, it's me, Alex. Right, you can just type them out yourself. Markers. Oh, hey folks, it's me. Oh, I chunked those. Oh, I need a fresh one. Sometimes if it ever does anything weird, grab a fresh one. Try again. Now it's fine. So there you go. So you can do all of those nice little subtitles. Now the only thing I haven't shown you yet is SRT mode. So this was a big workflow. This workflow didn't exist in the studio version. So this was trying to figure out how you, as users that don't have access to transcriptions, could build your subtitles and accurately mess with the timing without having any pop-up windows, without having any transcriptions, like purely on your own. This was the really hard bit. The scripting of it was tricky. Lots of AI helped me with this because AI is ridiculous these days. But what AI can't do is build the front end and figure out the workflow. So most of my time was figuring out these workflows, which were really painful to kind of figure out exactly how this is going to work. But I think now it is pretty cool. But vibe. There are other ones available, but vibe is available. I'm going to burp. Excuse me. So, Vibe. Vibe is a free transcription thing. There are other ones. This one is built on OpenAI's Whisper. Whisper is available for free as well. Just Google OpenAI Whisper or OpenAI Vibe. I can send you the link to this if needs be. I can put it in the chat in a second. So you can do all that sort of stuff. I've lost my train of thought now. I was reading a comment. Oh yeah, Vibe. And Vibe will do transcriptions for you. So, what you'd want to do in this instance is you need to make sure this is the last thing you do, right? Because the SRT needs to exactly match your timeline. So this is an actual timeline. I've cut all this up. I'm happy. Oh, well, you are. It's all ready to go. So I'm going to jump over to the deliver page. And we don't need any video. So let's just do audio only. Export the audio. We'll do this as an MP3. MP3, and we'll put this on the thing, Vibe, demo, desktop will do, right, render this out. Because this is only an MP3, it's going to be nice and quick. Weather's nice, isn't it? Do wait. It's not actually. It's miserable, especially here in the UK. Done. Right, and then we can open Vibe, and then we just go select the file, desktop, Vibe, MP3, transcribe. This runs locally, as mentioned. This is running OpenAI, which actually sits on your computer, and it's going to transcribe it. It's pretty quick, especially on this computer, because I am running a nice fast NVIDIA GPU. This does it kind of 4 or 5-ish lines. You can tweak them. Technically, the closer, you know, the fewer words on each one, the more accurate it is, technically. Make sure you're an SRT. We'll save this on the desktop, vive demo.srt. Done. Sweet as a nut. Get rid of that. Right. Now we can go grab any of these. Put it on here. Click SRT. Then you point it to that SRT. And it just pulls in the words.
What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I hope you are well.
Now, once again, what's going on here is the SRT has transcribed and given us 5, let's say 5 words per subtitle line, per chunk, as I call them. We have the start and the end times of the chunk. So we know when the sentence starts and ends. Then my engine is just going, well, that takes a second or 2 seconds. We've got 5 words with X amount of syllables and we do some clever stuff. So it's like, well, roughly, these words are going to be said at these points. That's how you get word for word.
In DaVinci Resolve Studio 20, they added the functionality to kind of find...
And it's pretty good. I will say this myself. It's pretty close. It's not bad. Now, the cool thing with this is line break. So line break mode will perfectly match what came in the SRT. But once again, you can go to auto break, mess with this, and you can change it. Once again, the timing isn't going to change. We're just changing the chunking.
It's dead simple, but I do have some quick...
At any point with this, you can export the markers. So now these markers essentially perfectly match the original SRT. If we wanted to, I could then delete one of these, grab another one, and we can, of course, export the chunks. It's quite a few for this. So there you go. Now, the cool thing with this, another cool thing, which wasn't the simplest of things, the reason you, well, one of the other reasons you make sure you do this at the end, when you're not going to change your timeline, is I can grab one of these and put it over here. Because this, let's say this is my actual demo. I don't want subs here, but I want them here. Then I go SRT. It will find the place that this exists on the timeline and then find the correct position within the SRT.
Now, once it's done, it's kind of done. You can't really go and then tweak any of the individual settings. You could undo...
So then you can just come along. You have to kind of... I need a better way to refresh the SRT, actually. I'll add that to the to-do list because you have to pick up the SRT every time. A refresh would be really nice.
Now, sometimes you may want to do this across...
But you get the idea. It's super neat. The other thing, you could just do it over the entire thing. But obviously, if I was to do this, delete that, then grab a bit here, SRT, this is now going to be wrong.
Sometimes you may want to do this...
Right, because we've changed the timeline, we'd have to then re-export it and re-transcribe it. Come on. Come on, wonderful undo. Undo. There you go. My thing does lots of things, so undo isn't the best. And I think, more or less, that's about it. Manual mode, export markers, export chunks, create them, the individuals, the timing, the changing of the words, the refreshing, all of the controls within configure. I think I've talked about all of them. All of the stuff. Oh, I haven't talked about, there's some other stuff I haven't shown you. So let's just bring in that SRT.
Now, once it's done, it's kind of done.
All right, so style allows you to do the animated ones, so they're all categorized by animations. You can do loads of different kind of animations. You can adjust the animations. So like tracking changes for each one. You just tweak these as you want. If you've got a really long subtitle, it can be a little bit janky. It can take a while. So what you can do is switch to preview mode, which will only show you the current subtitle. Unless I broke it. Oh, I broke it. Huh. All right, stay tuned for MagicSubtitles Lite version 1.1. Just do it live. Live works. I knew there'd be something. I knew this wasn't going to be bug-free. But I know, we've got pretty far. That's pretty good. Right, so you come along, you change all this. The last thing is highlight. So this is cool. If you want any particular words to be highlighted in a different color, you just type them in here. So let's say, let's do undo, comma, redo. Enabled, I want those words in red. Apply. You see undo and redo is a different color? There you go. So you can list the words within here. Could apply. Now, if you've messed around, you've built a load, you've changed a load of stuff, you can also then go to Saver. This is the same Saver tool which you've seen in some of my other stuff. You come along, you can hit save, and you can save this back into your own effects library, so it's always there. But having the templates in your media pool is handy. What you can also do is if you built one of these, put it in a power bin. This is obviously for the exploding chunks, really, but then it's in your power bin, so whenever you want it, you bring it into your current one, put this on the timeline. It's got my template. I then go to SRT, import that SRT. Happy. I also now want this in individual chunks. Chunks. Done. I don't think there's anything left to show you. I think that's it. MagicSubtitles Lite. Oh, it's a free version. I always recommend that you try the free version just to play with it. There is a free version. Totally forgot there was a free version. I haven't installed it. I've got it somewhere. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I have got it. Install. The free version, as I mentioned, a lot of my other tools, right, I try and make the free version a standalone free version. Like, you never need to buy the thing, you can just use the free version. That's kind of true, but also not, because the way that I've had to build this, there's loads of scripts, so I can't just give away all of the scripts in the free version, right? So I have to limit it more than I have done my other tools, which I don't necessarily like to do. I kind of have to for this one. To be honest, there's not much I can do about it. But let me show you the free version. I'll make these available in a second so you can go and download them. Always recommend grab the free version, play with it, see if you like it. If you do, then pick up the other version. If you don't, that's cool too. Do what you want to do, baby. So we've installed the free version. It sits in the same place. Magic Toolkit, MagicSubtitle. It's just one, MagicSubtitles Lite. It does some of the stuff. So it doesn't do the SRTs. But the full manual workflow is in here. So you come along, type what you want, dump them all out, and it'll retime it. Or you can do the individual things. This is the line by line one, so you don't get the individual word animations, but everything is essentially the same. You just get the lines instead. Let's actually grab that script again and do this a little bit more. So you can actually kind of see what it does a bit better. Paste. Let's just dump all. There you go.
What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I hope you are well.
So it's still pretty useful. And what you can do with this is, if you like kind of the poppy word for word, import it, set it to 1 or 2 words per sub. If this is the look that you're going for.
What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I hope you are well. In DaVinci Resolve,
Need to tweak the timing of this, but then you can mess around with it.
the functionality to kind of find the silent.
But the idea behind this free version is, okay, does it actually work? How does this marker timing work? How does this individual timing work?
What's going on, folks? It's Alex here. I hope you are well.
You can go through and you tweak it and you see whether you like it. What do you call a magician's dog? A labracadabrador. Right. On that sour note, I shall bid thee farewell. Thank you for joining me. I do hope you enjoy this. It's something I've put loads of time into to try and build a good thing and then sell it for a reasonable price so that I can keep the lights on in here, but everyone can have access to something that's kind of cool. And it's taught me loads of things. I'm going to try and build upon the stuff I've learned to make more things. Not anytime soon. I need to remind myself of how to be a YouTuber, because I've kind of forgot how to be a YouTube guy because I haven't been doing it, and I've got loads of very angry people emailing me. They're not angry, really. I've got some brands like, oh, you owe us things. You said you'd do, and I'm like, yeah, sorry. So, yeah, that's October. Catch back up on things. Reminds me of the Amster fun we had. We did have fun. And it was good to meet you. I've just realised that I've just twigged Noir Grade. I remember. Joan Wick. That's a good name. The Lady Assassin. Right. Yeah, that's it then, unless anyone's got any other questions or whatever. I will shoot off, go home, finish my beer, go home, sort the dog out, and I'll catch you all with a video very soon. Thanks once again for joining me, folks. Take it easy. I'll see you later.